Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rika Kadash. Now, when you think about the Most High, what do you see? How do he look? And is his description of how he looked, is it written in his word? Do he tell us how he looked? Well, when you go to the book of Daniel, chapter 7, it gives you a description, and it names him as the Ancient of Days. Meaning, there's no amount of days that you can put on him. And so in verse 9, it said, I beheld till the thrones were cast down. So all the thrones was cast down. And he said, and the Ancient of Days did sit. So God is sitting somewhere, whose garment was white as snow, and he had on a white garment. It said his hair of his head like the pure wool. So his hair was like sheep hair, where it's not stringy like a dog or a goat. It's like sheep hair, woolly. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. So the Most High had woolly hair like the pure wool. You see? And so the image of the Most High, let's get Yahweh Shah, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Let's get the image of Yahweh Shah. Let's get the image of Yahweh, the Most High God, who in that image would be his son, Yahweh Shah, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. In Daniel chapter 10, it says in verse 5, then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. Verse 6, his body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. So Daniel, the prophet Daniel, saw the Most High and Yahweh Shah, his son. And Yahweh Shah was seen multiple times. The Apostle John saw Yahweh Shah in the flesh and in his vision. And he described his appearance. And let's see here. Verse 13, it said, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto this in Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Verse 14, his head and his hairs were like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, and if they burn, as if they burn in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So his voice, being the sound of many waters, was describing Daniel the same way. Even in Second Esdras, it talks about him having a voice of the multitude, or a loud voice. It always described his voice and described him with having woolly hair and skin like polished brass, as if they was burnt in a furnace. So you have Yahushua, who is the image of the Most High, being described the same way as the Most High, and his children was the top tribe of Israel, the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Judah was his top tribe. Let's see how they were described in verse 14. Say, Judah mourneth is in Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Okay, the tribe of Judah was black unto the ground. Now let's get the Songs of Solomon. Songs of Solomon. Chapter 1, verse 5, it say, I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Now, Kedar was an Egyptian, and they was black. And so, the word Kedar means dark skin. Now, in verse 6, it says, look not upon me because I am black, because the sun has looked upon me. Now, when you're talking about the sun, it's only one set of people that can go in the sun and it turn them black, because you got to have melanin in your skin to be able to produce this protection from the sun. And albinos and people who don't have melanin, they cannot produce the melanin to a certain extent where it maintains the color of a dark skin, a dark brown. And black is just saying, it's being drastic, because nobody's black. It's just that they got dark skin, and when you around a bunch of albinos, they gonna call you black. And so the imagery that they show around the world and in the kingdom of Esau is dead wrong. And many people knew it was wrong and put it out there. Not JFK, but his brother Bobby Kennedy talked about it. Said if God is black, it's gonna be a problem, because look at what people are doing to his people. And it wasn't just because the people are dark skinned. See, it goes deeper than that. They're his people because they're the children of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And so he is not going to be happy with how these people have done his people. And so that's pretty much the truth on how the Most High look. Now when you go into Titus, it tells you something, and this is what people look over, because they try to say you can put his image up and you can still be ordained of God as somebody that's telling the truth. But see, God wouldn't ordain a lie as the truth. See, if he ordained it to be a lie, it's a lie. You see, it ain't gonna be in the place of the truth, because the deceiver and the deceived and the deceiver is his. He created them, but he's still dealing with the truth, and the truth is gonna set you free. So in Titus made a statement about the Most High, and I think it's in Titus. Let's see here. Titus. You got 3 chapters in Titus. Okay, Titus chapter 1 verse 2. In hope of eternal life, which God that cannot lie promised before the world began. So he promised and planned on the things that he's gonna do, and he said it from the beginning through the mouth of his prophets. And it says he cannot lie. So the stuff that he gave his prophets, the descriptions of himself, is not a lie. And anybody who promoting something different, they are the liars and the deceivers, and he don't deal with them. See, they not on his good side. They on the deceiving side for those who don't believe the truth. Now when you go to 1 John, let's see here, 1 John chapter 2. 1 John. Okay, 1 John, the 2nd chapter, verse 21, and say, I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because you know it, and that no lie is of the truth. So you see, the lie you can't have a lie in the mix of the truth. You got to have one or the other. And so these movies and these magazines that people are portraying the Most High is something what he's not. They are liars. They are the devil. That means they are the deceiver. And if you believe them, that means you don't believe the truth. And so that goes along with 1 John 3 and 8. Verse 8, it says, he that committed sin, meaning lying, is of the devil. For the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of Man was made manifest, that he might destroy the works of the devil. See, the Son of Man is destroying the lies, you see, about God and about his Son and about who his chosen people and children are. And I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.